What's going on, you guys? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division video. Now this is going to be another 1.8.3 build video for you guys, and this one is quite fun. This is one of my support builds, and let's get into this. If you guys do enjoy my build videos, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Like I said before, this is my 1.8.3 TAC-PULSE build. This is a 5-piece Tactician with a inventive backpack. I am running a lightweight M4 as my primary, secondary house, and just a random pistol. Now obviously these weapons are going to be interchangeable. The only part you guys need to really pay attention to is the gear pieces and the mods I'm using. That's going to be the bread and butter of this build. It doesn't matter what weapons you use. You could use, all sorts of weapon talents. The only part that needs to be the same is this gear set and the mods I am running on it. Now, I will go ahead and go through my weapons just for those of you that really want to know how I'm running it, and then I will go ahead and talk about the gear. So this is the lightweight M4 is my primary. I'm running competent, intense, and deadly. Intense gives you that 25% chance to catch them on fire. Competent, you get that 10% damage after you use a skill, and then of course deadly, you get increased crit damage. Now the mods I'm using are all crit based for the most part. Loud vent break, 19 on the crit damage, 6 on the headshot damage, 3 on the crit chance. That small grip, 19 on the crit damage, 5 on the reload speed, and 2.5 on the stability. On the extended mag, I have 120 on that mag size, 3 on the crit chance, 5.6 on the rate of fire, and finally that hollow sight with 7.5 on the crit chance, 4 on that crit damage, and 6 on the headshot damage. This gives me a primary DPS of 216,000 and 13.7k base damage. Now, my house is my secondary, which has a higher DPS, just because the house. Fully optimized at 13.9k base damage. The mods I'm running on it are all crit based as well. Loud vent break, 19 on the crit damage, 5 on the headshot damage, 3 on the crit chance. Small grip, 19 on the crit damage, 2 on the accuracy, and 5 on the reload speed. The extended mag, 121 on the mag size, 3 on the crit chance, 5.1 on that rate of fire. And finally, the red dot sight, 19 on the crit damage, 3 on the crit chance, and 6 on the headshot damage. And finally, like I said, it's just a random pistol. You guys can use whatever you want. I'm not even using the pistol with this build at all, to be honest. Like I said, the main reason why I use this build is for the build itself, not the weapons. The only reason why I'm running competent and intense is A, those are both unlocked with this build setup, and B, they both are somewhat damage additions to the build. So one puts them on a burn, and the other one gives me more damage every time I'm popping a skill. And when you guys see the build I'm running and how I'm running it with the max skill haste, I'm gonna have competent active almost all the time. Now this is the 5-piece Tactician and the inventive. With inventive being the odd man out, I'll go ahead and talk about that. This is a fully optimized inventive backpack. It is a high-end backpack. I rolled mine into electronics with the attributes skill power and ammo capacity. You could change ammo capacity on here if you want. Just me personally, I like having more ammo. The mods I'm running on this backpack, electronics with skill haste, and 2 pulse crit hit chance mods. Now remember, that is electronics with skill haste, not electronics with skill power. Now, moving on to the Tactician itself, we should talk about the set bonuses first. So the Tactician's Authority, set bonus 2, gives you 15% skill haste. Set bonus 3 gives you that 10% on your skill power. And set bonus 4 gives you the OG talent, Tactician's Authority. Every bullet you hit on enemies will add 1% of skill power. Every bullet deployed, skill hits damage adds another 0.2 bonus skill power. Skill power bonus max of 30. And the bonus is consumed as the skill is used. And set bonus 5 gives you another 5% on the skill haste and another 5% on your skill power. So, layman's terms, you get the 4th piece, you get up to a 30 stack. Now, if you see my character right now, swerve, underneath my grenades, you see I have a 30 stack active right now. That's why my skill power is at 561k. It's because I've already got the maxed out 30k stack. That way I can show you guys the numbers on that, and then we'll go from there. So you get up to a 30k stack. You have a lot of skill power and you have a lot of skill haste. Just to go ahead and spoilers, this is a max skill haste build. So going back into the Tacticians, I am using 5 and I am using the Inventive. Now the Inventive, I didn't go over the talent itself. It increases your skill power by 15% while you're at full health. Only at full health. However, with the skill power you have, added with your maxed out skill haste, and your choices on a few talents, you do not have to worry about that, because your heal alone will keep you at full health, and running with a team and combat medic and all that jazz, you're going to stay at full health. So you do not have to worry about this. A lot of people freak out and want to use a different backpack. You can, more power to you, but for me the Inventive is the way to go. You can't deny the pulse and you can't deny the heal you get out of it. But I digress. Let's go back into the Tacticians. This one is fully optimized, rolled electronics. The attributes are crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and skill haste. You can opt to change one of the crits to like SMG or AR damage. However, my main recommendation is to keep the skill haste. Going to the Tactician holster, fully optimized, 1401 across the board, again rolled skill haste. The mod I'm running on the holster is a pulse crit hit damage mod. Not a pulse crit hit chance, but a pulse crit hit damage mod. Going on to the knee pads, fully optimized, rolled electronics. The attributes, skill power, blind def resistance, bleed resistance, and damage to elites. I have the damage to elites on here because of PvE. This is a great PvE build, but you can opt to change that to another resistance. The 2 mods I'm running, electronics with skill haste and another pulse crit hit damage mod. Going to the mask, fully optimized, roll electronics, attributes, skill power, and damage to elites. Again, as I stated before, you can opt out to change the damage to elites. The mod I'm running on this mask is electronics with skill power. And finally, the Tactician vest, rolled electronics with the attributes skill haste, health, and ammo capacity. Make sure you have the skill haste on there. Health, you can opt if you want, but I like having health on this build, and the ammo is a must in my eyes. The 2 mods I'm running, both electronics with skill power. So, to overview those mods, we have 3 electronics with skill power and 2 electronics with skill haste to give you that 50. So technically I'm probably at 51 if you want to do the math, because these mods are 3% each. But obviously it caps out at 50. Alright, now for the performance mods, I'm running 2 pulse crit hit chance and 2 pulse crit hit damage. So 2 of each. And the reason I am stressing on that is it balances out your pulse. So for example, with a 30 stack, my conceal pulse, my scrambler, gives me 53.4% chance, and damage. So we can cycle through these. Normal pulse 61.6, 61.6 on the recon, 53.4 and 69.8 on the tactical scanner. So obviously with it being a TAC-PULSE build, you want to use the pulse. And my other skill I run is the defibrillator. Works wonders in PvP, picking up, allies very quickly, and it does help in PvE as well. Now the heals I'm getting, you see on there, I get about a 1/4 mil heal for myself and 445k heal for all my allies. Now with this being a max skill haste build, you can look at the cooldown is 13 seconds instead of 54 on my pulse, and 12 seconds instead of 48 on my defib. So within 12-13 seconds I have both my skills back. So you don't really have to worry about staying at full health, because every 12 seconds you get your heal and every 13 seconds you get your pulse, so you're good to go. And finally, the recovery link. Obviously this is a support build and you're using the defib, so the pulse is for your allies, the heal is for your allies, and the recovery link is for your allies. So moving on to the talents. I'm running Adrenaline because Pred. I'm running Triage. Triage is a must for your skill builds. And then you're in a team, so Combat Medic. And then me personally, I run Critical Save. But you could probably opt out to, use like Tech Support, Precision on the move, whatever you want. But these are the talents I'm running. Skills, I use the Scrambler because it's still a strong pulse and you get to stay concealed. So that's a win-win for your allies. Defib, obviously to pick them up, and same with the recovery. And let's finish out with the character sheet. So bare bones on the firearms and the stamina, and the electronics are at 10,145. So remember, my house actually does more damage than my lightweight, or at least the DPS output is. But the toughness with this build is relatively low at 324k. But with the 30 stack, as you can see, it has a 561k. So I can use this pulse, and with my lightweight M4, 38k crits. Now I'm back at 25. Let's go ahead and get back to 0. So now I'm at 0 stacks. Brings me down to 456k skill power. So that's without any stacks up, that's just normal, 456k. Go back into the character sheet. My primary, my lightweight M4, is at 19.5 chance, 99 damage, 87 headshot damage. 28% damage to elites with 24% enemy armor damage. Like I said before, you're at 50% skill haste, so maxed out there. And without any stacks at all, you're at 456k skill power. Your health is relatively low at 215. However, this build is fully optimized at 8,008, giving you that 35.5% weapon mitigation. And there you have it, you guys. That is the 1.8.3 TAC-PULSE build. Let's get back up to 30 stacks. And there you have it. 561k. You have your Scrambler at 53.4. And you have your defib. Alright, you guys. It's your boy, Kamikazevondoom here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.